right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monday night program for week number 11 of season 3A. It is the Midgets starting off our double headers tonight. As of right now, we have 7 drivers signed in for competition. But without any further ado, I will ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back. These are your Midgets. With about 30 seconds left to go in practice. Nobody's surprised. It is Austin Medea up front. He has won every race to this point in these Midgets. Second is the 53 of Ian Humphreys. Third, the 019 of Corey Kerstetter. Fourth, the 64 of Matt Mateer. Fifth, the 80 of Stroke Gunderson. Sixth, the 051 of Mark Spittelmeister. And rounding out the field in practice is the 34 of Falcon Smith. As we go ahead in practice right there. Once again, if you have not already done so, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you know every time we come live here on Thunder Racing League TV, the home of your Thunder Racing League action. Qualifying will set your lineup for the heat race. Heat race will set the lineup for the feature event as we get the 80 of Stroke Gunderson out on track now to complete his 2 laps around this racing surface. Little bit of a slip of grip coming out of Ford to come take the green flag. That's going to pretty well kill lap 1, I believe, as he uses the cut down line, grabs some gravity going down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Once again, slip of the grip on the high side. As lap number 1 definitely not going to be good for Gunderson. It is a 17.137, 173.17. As here is the 25 of Corey Kerstetter out there. Scored as the 019. And Corey Kerstetter goes to the top of the leaderboard with a 15.688, 15.688. Second lap better for Gunderson by almost 2 seconds, a 15.966 on lap number 2 for Gunderson. Kerstetter slower on lap number 2. The 53 of Ian Humphreys is out here. Looks like he may have got the wall on lap number 1. Lap number 2, he's coming around. As he goes second quick, a 15.760. Lap number 1 for Mateer, a 15.908. lap number 2 going to be clocked into the books here. Slower, a 15.914. That's good enough for 4th for Falcon Smith. Lap number 1 for the 34 of Falcon Smith, a 15.809. Lap number 2 coming up. He will go. Does not show, but here comes your first lap for, well, green flag for the 20 of Austin Medea. As he works out of turn number 4, coming to take the white flag. Put him quick time, a 15.523.15.523 on lap number 1 for the 20 of Austin Medea. He works through turns 3 and 4, right down along that wall in 4. Coming to the checkered, it will be quicker, a 15.502.15.502 for Corey Kerstetter. That is 6 out of your 7 that have taken a time. The 051 of Mark Spittelmeister has not came out on track yet. He may be choosing to start from the rear of the field tonight. As we got just over a minute left to go in qualifying. Austin Medea up top, Corey Kerstetter second, Ian Humphreys third, 4th Falcon Smith, 5th Matt Mateer, and 6th is Stroke Gunderson. We will let this last minute run out in case Mark does want to take a lap or somebody's running a little bit late. Allow them to get in here. We don't have many of them, but if we are slow, go ahead. Put a comment up there in that chat section. I do have the live chat up. As we are at the virtual Weedsport Speedway tonight. Ten seconds left to go. The lineup has not changed. It will be a pair of Pennsylvania drivers starting your heat race. As we get ready to line them up for the A feature. As we get ready for some of these front runners to come up. Got the back row pretty well gridded. All right, starting on the inside of the front row. Out of Pennsylvania, that is the 20 of Austin Medea. To his outside is the 19 or the 25K of Corey Kerstetter. Inside row number 2 will be the 53 of Ian Humphreys with the 34 of Flying Falcon Smith to his outside. And then on the final row will be the 64 of Matt Mateer and the 53 of Ian Humphreys. The 051 of Mark Spittelmeister not making the call for this heat race. So Mark is more than likely done for the night. Not liking the way the car practiced. As Pace Truck will come by, get the 1 to green signal this time by. Lights will go out around the speedway. As it looks like Medea giving the pace truck plenty of room, so he has plenty of options on where to start. Rule is he has to be in turn 4. And Medea drops the hammer and shoots off to a good lead over the 19K, or the 25K of Corey Kerstetter. But right back here around the 64 is the Hornet's Nest. As it looks like Mateer came down a little bit. Is everybody going to be able to keep it going? They do. As Falcon Smith getting the worst into that deal as he's going to try to work his way back up towards the front. Oh no, big wreck for the 53 of Ian Humphreys. He ends up on his roof. I think he just came down here, clipped that inside wall, and a wrap up in the air and upside down he goes. So that will more than likely park him for his heat race tonight. As just 2 laps in. One complete, excuse me. Before somebody gets bit by this track. It is a very tough track for those of you that have not raced here at Weedsport. 1 and 2 is very tricky to get around, and then the fast line is right down there alongside that wall through 4 most of the time, and that wall likes to step out and grab you. And when it does, you see the fate as Ian Humphreys went flying hard through the air. As we get the 1 to green, the 25 of Corey Kerstetter choosing the inside. Everybody else lining up according to iRacing for our TRL Delaware restart. Pace truck is off. Medea holding it late into the zone and stands on it. Able to get another good run as your battle is between the 25 and the 64. This is for second as they work through turns 3 and 4. Your top 2 right down there alongside that wall. Mateer trying to work the high side, now looking at the inside of the 25. He gets a good run, grabbing gravity, coming off at turn number 2, down the back straightaway. He has the position over Corey Kerstetter that time by. Pins it to the bottom 2, 3 and 4. Now Kerstetter looking low. Not the drive that Mateer had the lap prior. Kerstetter will settle for falling in behind, going down the back straightaway and then turn 3. Working out of 4, Matt Mateer a little bit sideways, but still able to pull away just a hair. The 25K able to drive it in a little bit deeper into turn 1. Closing that gap just a little bit, staying right there on the tail tank of the 64 of Matt Mateer. Just 2 laps to go for your leader, the 20 of Austin Medea. We got another one upside down. That looks like it's probably the 80 of Brian Gunderson going for another wild ride. Same story, different chapter. That inside wall in turn 4, biting another one tonight. You hate to see it. We'll go ahead, stack them back up, single file for a 2-lap shootout. Your leader, the 20 of Austin Medea. Second, the 64 of Matt Mateer. Third will be the 25K of Corey Kerstetter. And the last car on the track as we stand is the 34 of Falcon Smith. The 53 and 80 are both out of this heat race. Hopefully they can get their cars fixed and back for feature racing. As should be coming around to the 1 to green this time by. is. Caution lights go out around the speedway. Get ready to go back heat race action with just 2 laps to go. Green, white, checkered finish. Don't think the race has been extended by this caution, but we do have green, white, checkered finishes here at TRL. As Medea leads him into 4, stands on that loud pedal, gets a good jump over the 64 of Matt Mateer and the 25 of Corey Kerstetter. Kerstetter not trying to let the 64 get away, but the 64 gets a good run down the back straightaway. Able to get a bit of a gap that time. White flag in the air, just one more time around for your leader, the 20 of Austin Medea. As he works through turns 3 and 4 one more time. Checkered flag flies. Your winner of heat number 1. The one and only heat is the 20 of Austin Medea, the 64 of Matt Mateer coming home second, and the 25K coming home third. As we get ready for your 3 wide Thunder thank you. As now we get drivers to start coming out on track. Lined up here. Make the call next time by, as they weren't quite there this time. Ladies and gentlemen, here they come out of turn number 4. They're 3 wide to tell each and every one of you thank you for the support and views. It's the 3 wide Thunder thank you. All right. And now we will go ahead and let you enjoy the sights and sounds of the cars. about 40 seconds left to go in this warm-up. To nobody's surprise, Austin Medea out front. And we watched him eat the wall a little bit there, as has locked up the championship at this point. He doesn't even have to show up next week for the champion to get the championship here in the Midgets, as he has won all 10 weeks this far. As we go ahead and throw the checkers on the warm-up. Corey Kerstetter's second, Matt Mateer third, fourth, Ian Humphreys, fifth, Falcon Smith, and sixth, Stroke Gunderson. Your starting lineup for the A feature will look like this. The driver out of Pennsylvania. In the number 20, that is Austin Medea. To his outside, hailing from Atlanta, Georgia, in the number 64, that is Matt Mateer. In the 25, inside row number 2, that is Corey Kerstetter, also out of Pennsylvania. To his outside is the Carolina driver in the number 34, that is Falcon Smith. Rolling off fifth tonight, out of Wisconsin, that is the 80 of Brian Gunderson. And to his outside, the 53 of Ian Humphreys. As pace truck gets the one to go signal, caution lights go out around the speedway. Of Austin Medea works into turn number 3. Pace truck pulls off. Medea says it's hammer time. Bounces off the inside wall. Almost loses 2 spots. Does lose 1 right off the bat. That is the 64 Matt Mateer. Looks like Mateer's going to give it back. And maybe a little extra. But everybody keeps it going. As the 25 of Corey Kerstetter trying to fend off for this third spot, now able to run down Matt Mateer just slightly, but now he falls back in the 34 of flying Falcon Smith right there on his bumper. Smith has the 53 looking to the inside of him. This is the battle for third, fourth, and fifth. Gunderson right there for sixth. As, oh no, Humphreys hard into the wall again and upside down. Just a couple laps into it, the inside wall bites Ian a second time for the night. Man, you hate to see that. The crew able to thrash, get that car ready to go back for the A feature. And he ends up doing it again, biting that inside wall. Man. That inside wall is not cutting anybody breaks tonight. Almost bit your leader right there on the start. Luckily for him, the 64 of Matt Mateer giving the spot back, although he did not need to. Rule book states, as long as you maintain your lane till the start-finish line. And Mateer did not change lanes. as we should be getting a 1 to green this time by. As we do, looks like Matt Mateer going to choose the inside on this restart. Go ahead and line them up one more time, TRL style Delaware restart. Medea once again stands on that loud pedal. Mateer able to get a slight advantage over the 25K of Kerstetter. As here comes the 80 of Brian Gunderson trying to look to the inside of the 25. Can't quite make anything happen. Look out for that inside wall. Everybody dodges it that time. As they battle into turn 1 and 2. This is a 4-car battle now for the second spot. Corey Kerstetter, the first one to be putting pressure on the 64 of Matt Mateer. The 20 of Austin Medea starting to run away with it. Looks like the 80 of Gunderson got that inside wall just a little bit again, able to keep going in the right direction this time. Matt Mateer with a big slip at the grip out of turn number 2. That allows the 25 of Corey Kerstetter to get down low, running that treacherous inside line through turn 4. Mateer with a good run on the high side, though, able to hold on to that second spot. This is the best race on the track right now, as the 20 of Austin Medea able to pull away from the field, as it does look like Stroke Gunderson trying to make a comeback with the 34 of Falcon Smith. Hasn't quite caught him yet. So once again, we will dial in on this race right here, as the 25 of Corey Kerstetter trying to get around the 64 of Matt Mateer. Mateer able to start pulling away just a little bit. We go back, check out this battle for not last, and it is still Falcon Smith over Gunderson. The 20 of Medea still leading, almost a 2-second gap as we are past halfway. Looks like the 64 of Matt Mateer finally able to stretch a little bit over the 25 of Corey Kerstetter as they work through turns 1 and 2. We will once again do another full field rundown as they come to 8 laps to go. Your leader led from the start other than a small slip up. Still got it back before the first lap is complete. That is the 20 of Austin Medea. Running second is the 64 of Matt Mateer. Third, the 25K of Corey Kerstetter. Fourth, the 34 of Falcon Smith. And in the last car on the racing surface is the 80 of Brian Gunderson. Once again, everybody pretty well spread out. We will go back to your leader for your last 6 laps unless I see something changing on the separation here, as the 20 of Austin Medea works through turns 3 and 4. 5 laps to go. The handful is out. As it does look like Matt Mateer may be able to start gaining a little bit of ground, but is it going to be enough without the 20 making a big mistake? I don't think it is, as we go 4 laps to go. Medea working down the back straightaway, might be playing it a little bit cautious to make sure he doesn't get that win taken away by a small mistake. As that time, Medea stands on that loud pedal a little bit harder, pulls that gap back between himself and Mateer. Just popsicle sticks in the air, 2 laps to go. As Medea works out of 2, down the back straightaway, nice and smooth. 2-second lead over your second place running Matt Mateer. Out of turn 4, white flag in the air, just one more trip around the speedway for the 20 of Austin Medea, working out of turn number 2. Nice and smooth down the back straightaway, keeps it nice and straight through 3 and 4. Not quite all the way to the wall, letting it drift up, checkered in the air for the 20 of Austin Medea. Keeps his perfect season alive. Second, the 64 of Matt Mateer. Third, the 25 of Corey Kerstetter. Fourth, the 34 of Falcon Smith. Fifth, the 80 of Brian Gunderson. As we go ahead and pull these drivers up into victory lane, and then we will get them into the waiting room. As there are your top three drivers, the 20 of Austin Medea, the 64 of Matt Mateer, and the 25K of Corey Kerstetter. As we are just waiting on the 20 of Medea to get in here, we got the 25 and the 64. Now we're just waiting on your winner. As there he is, ladies and gentlemen, we'll pull him up. Your winner, the 20, Austin Medea, a perfect season and the midget champion. Congratulations. Looks like you just about gave it up there on the initial start, and Mateer gave it back to you. Walk us through that.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. And yeah, I did try to give it away. I was trying to stay in the moisture there because I didn't want to spin my tires because it's really easy to do, especially with how slick the track was. And I hit the gas and it just sucked me right into the wall, and I went right up into the wall. And then I just kind of tried to get out of his way because I didn't want to take him out because I started going up towards the track. And then I for sure thought I was just going to get steamrolled in the back end, but I got lucky, and then I was able to just kind of hold on to it and run my line. And
Yeah, absolutely. You were, at that point, the third different driver that inside wall had gotten. Was that wall that tough tonight, or?
oh yeah, it was extremely difficult getting around there. It was really, like I said, it was really, really slick, and kind of setting yourself getting up into the turn because the backstretch is kind of funky. But yeah, you just kind of had to watch, and then there was kind of like a hole there. So if you hit that, it just kind of wanted to suck even more. And then coming out of it, if you're too much on the gas, then you kind of start wheel hopping, and they would send you right into the front stretch wall there by a flag stand. I had to let up a couple times and hit the brakes because I almost went into it.
All right, so sounds like it was definitely a tough track in a very hard-earned victory tonight, but you did earn it, so congratulations. I'm assuming we're going to see you back next week for championship week. How do you feel as we get ready to roll in and you get ready to fight for a couple championships and just officially get the crown in this one?
Yeah, we're at Lanier, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Linear is going to be a tough track. A lot of guys are good at that track. It's a fast track, so you just kind of got to hit your marks. I think in the midgets, there's going to be a lot of slide jobs and whatnot because it's a wider track, and you can kind of run two lanes there for a little bit, but it's going to be bottom dominant for sure. So look to see a lot of sliders in that, and especially in the 305 series and the modifieds, you just kind of got to get to that bottom line first and just kind of hang on to it.
All right. Well, congratulations once again on the win and the championship. You haven't dropped a week yet. You're well over 100 points above everybody else. So even if you did use your drop week, you would still have the championship. So congratulations on securing the championship and another win. And hopefully you can keep it a perfect season next week. We haven't had one of those yet. So
yeah, that's the goal right now.
Sponsors, shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting you here tonight?
Thank the guys at Inferno Motorsports, Derek GLC, Giddings Mobile Repair, W Energy, Nukes Performance, CTFX Design, UJ for throwing on the broadcast and for putting these Thunder Racing League races on, and for Mark and Race Control tonight helping out.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you next week.
Yep, thanks, Jay.
All right, that was the 20 of Austin Medea coming home second. The 64 of Matt Mateer. You got a copy, Matt?
Hey, how's things going, Jay?
All right, so it looked like Medea ended up getting the wall there on the start, gave you the advantage, and it looked like you gave it back. Walk us through your night, and are you kind of kicking yourself in the butt for giving it back?
I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt for giving it back because I didn't know what happened. I thought it was a bad start, so I gave the position back because I was all over him. I didn't know if I overextended myself on the jump and gave the position back because I got the black flag for it. I wasn't expecting that, so I gave the position back, thinking, okay, maybe it was a bad start, and I assumed I messed up and just gave him the position back and raced it from there.
All right. Now, it did look a couple times like you were able to keep pace with him or run him down just a little bit, and then he'd start pulling away. Do you think there was anything you could have done to track him back down?
If I would have perfected turns 1 and 2, 3 and 4, I was gaining on him every single time, running the high line and working it. But 1 and 2, I could not find a way to make a net positive, trying to make that corner because what would happen is 3 and 4, I got so much momentum, and because 1 and 2 is such a messed up corner, I'm actually having to kill my momentum, or what I was doing towards the end was forcing the car to slide up to the top and then get back on it, which I think was probably the best way to go about it, but wasn't until the very end until I figured it out. So, uh, more upset, kicking myself in the pants. Didn't realize he got into the wall, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna argue. When you're trying to jump everybody in the front, make sure you're gonna put the number one guy on notice. Like, hey, I'm not gonna give it to you easy just to let you get out in front and then run this thing down. I'm gonna make you work for it on the start. That's kind of what I plan on doing. So if that's the case, that's what happens. It's part of racing, and that's also being just courteous to the other drivers. If things mapping, just give them a spot back and try to work it from there. So
All right, yeah, absolutely. And love seeing courtesy with other drivers. Are we going to see you in the late models or for the Thunder Throwdown Challenge series Wednesday night?
410s, yes. I'll be there. I love 410s. It's this track's a lot trickier with the 410s, but I this is I don't know what Weedsport is one of my favorite tracks in the 410s because I've always qualified good, always been out front, and would have been one of the stronger cars with this track. So, I definitely think I'll have a good chance that night. Tonight with limiteds, I don't know. I've got the misses around the corner. It's probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. So we'll see. We'll see if I get clearance for the next race. But other than that, sorry if I go through my sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. That was going to be the next question. Sponsor shout outs.
I'd like to thank ABR Setups, 60 feet 6 inches, Mud Mules, everyone that comes out and supports us with everything going on. I'd like to thank our newest sponsor for graphics designs. I'd like to thank Dice and Lonus for picking up that spot. And I'd just like to thank you, Jay, for everything you do with supporting this league and get things going.
All right. Well, congratulations and thanks for coming out and supporting us. And hopefully we get to talk to you more before the season's out.
Yep, same here. I love talking to you, Jay. Have a good one.
All right. That is your second place finisher, the 64 of Matt Mateer. And then coming home third is the 19K of Corey Kerstatter. You got a copy, Corey?
Yep, can you hear me?
I can. Walk us through your night, and was there anything you could have done to catch either one of those guys in front of you?
Well, I caught him on the start when Austin hit the wall, and I thought we were all going to wreck. That was interesting. I don't know what happened there, if he just gassed it too much and sent it into the wall or what, but I let off because I wasn't going to get into a wreck on lap one. But I couldn't really figure out a line to run once Mateer got ahead of me. I couldn't really figure out a line to run to really catch him. I think me and him were pretty well running the same line for the most part.
All right. And as usual, the 20 just kind of checked out after Mateer gave him that spot back. But yeah, from what Austin was saying he just got into it a little hard and it sucked him into that wall on the start. But trying to look for moisture to keep tire spin down.
Yeah, it seemed like in 1 and 2, you either had to run probably the bottom or a slider line because it's hard to run just straight top there because the way the turn is, it just wants to suck you up into the wall. You know, it kind of felt that way, like even on the straightaways too. If you gave it too much gas, the car just kind of felt like it skated up into the wall if you tried to give it too much gas.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we going to see you at all again this week, or are we just going to see you next week for the championship?
Yep, I won't be racing and all the rest of the week. I'll race next Monday, or yeah, next Monday night for the midgets,
All
and
right.
then I'll be racing next season then too.
All right. And then how do you feel getting ready to go into the championship race at Lanier? Do you think you might be able to finally dethrone the 20 there?
Well, there's probably like a less than a 1% chance that happens. Uh, I have not raced a midget at Lanier, so Austin thinks it's going to be should be a good track to race at for midgets. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I do know from the little bit of experience I've had in these midgets, they seem to like a slicker track more than any other dirt car. And from my experience, Lanier slicks off more than any other track on the Sims. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I race there in like 410s and 360s and stuff one here, but have yet to race a midget. So hopefully, if it does slick off, hopefully it makes for good racing.
all right. Sponsors, shout outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting you here tonight?
Well, I want to thank all the guys over at Inferno Motorsports, Giddings Mobile Repair, Du Bois Welding, W Energy, Nukes Performance, and CTFX Designs.
All right. Congratulations. And hopefully we get to talk to you again next week before this season's out.
All right, thank you, and thank you for putting on this league for us.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming out and supporting it. All right. That was your third place finisher, the 25K of Corey Kerstetter. As we go ahead and get our sponsors shout outs out of the way, we want to thank Veterans and Warriors One Stop Shop, Diamond Designs, Giddings Mobile Repair, Stevenson Family Performance, School of Sim Racing, DNT Designs, and Sneed Game Farms. With that, we are going to take a little bit of an intermission. We will be back in roughly 45 minutes as they get ready to resurface this track, get these drivers a little bit of practice time. And then we will be back for the limited late models. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you in a little bit.